Yeah, well, he is one of the best pitchers in the National League. That's who he is, 27 years old, and here are the numbers. A 2.49 ERA, just a tick under 174 innings, top 10 in strikeout rate in the majors, top 10 in ground ball rate in the majors, and we'll see how he performs here tonight. And now it's Elly De La Cruz with 2 outs, a man at first, and Cincinnati leading. And a curve finds the mark, nothing in 1. Elly with 264 this year with a team leading 22 home runs. They led him in stolen bases with 37. And they tell Yamamoto to step off as Stewart was dancing over there at first.
But with his splitter and curveball and sometimes throwing for the chase, as a runner you do look for the ball in the dirt, maybe be able to advance 90 feet.
Yeah, the 0-1 is outside. So here in the first, self-inflicted wounds for the Dodgers. A hit batter, and then as well, the error by Hernandez. Runner takes off. Pitch is cut on and missed. No throw to second. And a stolen base for Stewart. And not insignificant if De La Cruz is able to come through with a hit, it may produce a run. 1-2. And that one downstairs.
Well, De La Cruz has seen a lot of curveballs, and that's a pitch that's given him a little bit of trouble this year, especially when he was struggling in August, expanding the zone, a lot of chase with the curveball.
2-2 is low. Well, the Reds, an improbable finish to their season. After 151 games, they were actually a game under 500. And only the 73 Mets and 05 Padres made the postseason. More games under 500 later in the year. 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Yamamoto. So they were able, despite going 37 and 37 to finish, they finished with a flourish after that heartbreaking loss.
And in that flourish, they played better defense. There's just so many things that gelled and came together.
There's 0-1. And that's in for a strike to Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson, the catcher, to be followed by Ke'Bryan Hayes and Matt McClain. Reds lead it 2-0 on a first inning 2-run single by the rookie Sal Stewart. And that one downstairs and outside. Let's see Yamamoto pressing on the pitch comm, working with Ben Rortvedt. Swing and a miss, struck him out. A heater at 96. And strikeout number 2 for Yamamoto.
Ability to control the zone up and down with so many different looks. And this is one where he goes with the elevated fastball, anticipating the splitter, and then he's able to get that elevation with velocity, and everybody just late at that point.
And the first offering to Matt McClain in for a strike. McClain, who finished the regular year, his last 20 games hitting just 143, but no matter, it's a whole new season. And last night he was 2 for 4. Swings and misses there. One and 2 on McClain. It's a Reds offense, kind of middle of the pack in the National League, 8th in runs per game in the NL, 14th out of 30 teams in the majors in that department. 1-2. Down and in.
Well, it's a team that didn't have that sort of major sort of month where you point to, like, oh, they were 19 and 9. Everything was very steady, 12 and 13, 14 and 11. They just even keel, just sort of like Terry Francona. And then all of a sudden they got the key finish that they needed.
Swing and a miss. Yamamoto gets the strikeout, and 1-2-3 go the Reds. The right-hander bounces back. It's 2-0 Cincinnati. And it stayed that way. And Brad Mills kind of been his right-hand man, but there's a dynamic with those two.
I mean, there is. And I had the pleasure of playing for them in Philadelphia. They're so different, but the respect and the love of the game is at the center of it all.
Yeah, I said to Terry Francona, are you guys kind of like Felix and Oscar? And he said, oh, yeah, Millsies is Felix as it gets. And then I looked at him for a long time, and he said, yeah, and I'm as Oscar as it gets. Breaking ball missing. That was the curve. So the odd couple is in charge over in the Reds dugout, but they are a special, special pair. What a bond. Francona and Mills. 1-2 on Steer.
Throughout their professional baseball life, they were a tag team. They were a duo. They absolutely came together, and they've had a lot of success. So it's undeniable what they're bringing to Cincinnati right now.
The 1-2 on the ground, just foul of third. You played for Terry Francona in Philadelphia. What were the attributes that, now this was early Terry Francona, his first managerial job at the major league level. What were the things that you saw that ultimately made him special?
Well, just great with people, just understood, what you needed, very positive, very consistent every day, and gave you some freedom to make mistakes, but also say, look, just play hard and I'll respect that.
Yamamoto just misses with that heater at 97. Wow. And now 2-2.
So he just asked for work ethic, showing up and playing hard. He said, I'll work with the other things, but you got to give me that every day.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Yamamoto has struck out 4. Yeah, there's 2 down. Yeah, I think to finish up on Francona and Mills, there's a consistency to the process. And as you take a look at Yamamoto, just so graceful and overpowering steer. And that pitch in for a strike. See the numbers on Stevenson. This year he saw his strikeout rate really spike, and yet the power numbers didn't increase. Pitch is in there, and it's 0-2. Stevenson has some pop. His strikeout rate went from 22.7 to 33.9%. And he fouls that one away.
Well, being 0-2 to Yamamoto is the way you can increase that strikeout rate.
Yeah,
I mean,
indeed.
It could be the curve. It could be the splitter. 97 on both sides. He has such good command on all quadrants of the strike zone.
Swing and a miss and a curveball. Gets strikeout number 5. And here's McLean facing number 18. Yamamoto, among a number of Japanese pitchers that have come over here and continued that tradition of wearing that number that I guess basically started over in Japan. The Yomiuri Giants would typically give number 18 in the 60s when they were a true powerhouse. They would give that to their top pitcher, and over here when Japanese players would come over, they would ask for it. And so guys like Kenta Maeda, Hiroki Kuroda, Hisashi Wakuma, Daisuke Matsuzaka all wore 18 over here. Shota Imanaga wears it with the Cubs. And Yamamoto wearing that prize number here as a Dodger. The 0-2.
I'm trying to think of the other 18s. Like, it's not a number that seems very popular. Who wore 18? We have to look that one up. In terms of the players here. Joe mentions Darryl Strawberry. Can you think of other 18s, other great 18s?
The 1-2 is cut on and foul tipped into the mitt of Rortvedt, and he struck him out. Yamamoto in control. He has set down 13 straight. Pitch to Stewart. Yeah, that one down and in. Yeah, the bullpen, Blake Treinen is now up and throwing. Treinen, who got the final 3 outs last night. Stewart at the plate. He knocked in the Reds' first 2 runs. And a big swing and a miss. Mentioned this kid, their top prospect. He's only 21 years old. And this year, 58 major league plate appearances. He did have 5 homers. Francona likes him a lot.
You got big time power, and right now Yamamoto's trying to figure out how I can get this guy to hit it on the ground.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. He waved at that slider.
I mean, the precision of Yamamoto. I mean, it's not only that the pitches have these shapes and this kind of movement, it's where he's putting it. I mean, I don't know if you could hand the ball to the catcher any better in that location of the slider. He's giving such little room for you to do anything with it when he makes those kinds of pitches.
Yamamoto ready to work. 1-2 on Stewart. Bases loaded, 1 out. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Huge strikeout for Yamamoto.
And just look at this sequence on how it's a game of inches and how he just continually pushes the envelope. Okay, that's setting up in. Goes down and away, gets the chase. And then look, right on the black. And then he's like, okay, keep expanding. He slowed it down. He changed the shape. He gave the distance. And he put it right where he wanted it.
First one to De La Cruz, a curve that's in for a strike. 0-1. Steer at third, Lux at second, Hayes the runner at first. 2 away now. Dodgers 3, Reds 2. We're in the 6th. 97 off the inside part of the plate. Ellie tonight 0 for 2.
I mean, this could be his moment. I mean, what else can you be set up for, right? Bases loaded, 2 outs, top 6, team down by 1. I mean, this is it.
Fouled off at the plate, 1-2. Fans on their feet, and they got the blue rally towels. And now Yamamoto having some trouble hearing PitchCom. Yamamoto at 92 pitches, 1-2. And a foul ball, and Ellie De La Cruz able to stay alive.
Well, the curveball has been a challenge for De La Cruz, and the Dodgers have exploited it the first 2 games. A lot of curveballs. You see 3 out of 4 in this sequence, and they keep coming with it over and over again.
1-2. Yamamoto. He went fastball, and Ellie able to spoil it foul off to the left.
That was a risky pitch there. He caught a lot of the zone, and De La Cruz left-handed. The power is epic. But he has now some new options. But they've been very comfortable with the curveball, and to see if he can get him to chase it out of the zone.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Dodgers by a run. Yamamoto. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Yoshinobu Yamamoto escapes a bases loaded, no out jam. And the Reds leave the sacks packed. We're midway in the 6th. It's 3-2. And a breaking ball in for a strike. If you're wondering, by the way, the ABS challenge system and the technology that will be used, it is effectively the same technology that we're delivering to you here tonight on television. The 0-1. Check swing. Foul tipped into the mid of Rortvedt. It's a strike, 0-2.
We'll see how Yamamoto bounces back. The first walk of the game for him, and he's shown such good command, mixing location, strategically being in the zone, but also strategically being out of the zone to get hitters to expand.
Dodgers lead 7-2. Breaking ball outside corner. Ring him up, and it is strikeout number 9 for Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Once again, the location. I mean, this is ridiculous. Look where the glove is. He just put it there. He didn't even need to frame it, really. It was already beautiful. It was just right there. And as a hitter, if you're looking for anything else, you can't even throw the bat at it. You can't even react.
Dave Roberts out of the dugout, makes the point to the pen, and the night is over for the right-hander from Japan, who will get a nice hand here.